Classic Resident Evil is all about mood, atmosphere, fixed camera angles, and limiting a player's control and perspective. Once that formula got stale and sales began to decline, 4 reinvigorated the series as a level-based action game with an over-the-shoulder camera. Elements of clunk and horror were still present, but drastically turned down in the name of cool set pieces and moment-to-moment fun. It's all uphill from here, right? Wrong. Macho Soldier Man is punching boulders and shit, and it's now a co-op action game on Xbox 360. At this point, the horror elements have been completely thrown out the window, and everyone fucking loves it. Except not really. But then, at the height of the series' popularity, they decided it was time to go back to the roots. Mood, atmosphere, and horror are back, but now in first person. In a world where taking a risk with an intellectual property is becoming less and less incentivized, it's truly beautiful how much this series has been reinvented. But at the same time, what does it even mean to be a Resident Evil game? If this isn't an identity crisis, then what the fuck is? If you make the mistake of telling Resident Evil fans what your favorite entry in the franchise is, you'll be fucking eaten alive by real-life zombies. Oh, you like RE4? You mean the game that ruined my perfect franchise? Oh, you like Village? Yeah, you're an absolute fucking tourist. PS1 Nemesis, go ahead and dispose of this fake fan. When a franchise has changed just so drastically like this so many times, it makes sense that people get attached to just wildly different elements of it. But that just begs the question, what even is the ideal Resident Evil game? What perspective should it be played in? Should it be an atmospheric, eerie, moody survival horror game? Or should it be a loud, bombastic, outlandish action game? Resident Evil Requiem is the 9th Resident Evil game, except it's actually like the 30th, but it's the first game to finally ask the big question, why not both? Grace's fragile but sharp and resilient personality is reflected in her gameplay as she slowly creeps through spooky spots, narrowly avoiding death with her limited amount of firepower. The decisions you make are very crucial. Deal with all these assholes now and you're using up precious ammo, but run past them and you'll have to deal with them later. It's all designed in the name of making the player feel vulnerable and weak, forcing them to make the most of the tools purposely placed at their disposal. There's only so much you can do, so when a giant baby starts trying to kill you, you know it's time to get the fuck out of here. Meanwhile, Leon is just brutally murdering whatever the fuck gets in his way. At first, the decision to split the game into 2 perspectives was a puzzling one, but then it hit me. You know why Grace's gameplay is in first person? Because you, the player, can relate to her. You know why Leon is in third person? Because you could never be him. It's not just 2 entirely opposite styles of gameplay, but 2 vastly contrasting tones intertwined. Grace is out here like... Meanwhile, Leon's kind of more like...
Excuse me.
Requiem is a great reminder that Resident Evil isn't just about horror or action. It's also always been kind of hilarious.
You'll have to take the next one.
The zombies in this game, man, they are something else. For being a bunch of dead guys, they feel shockingly alive. This guy is very passionate about the well-being of trash bins. This dude pulls a chainsaw out of himself and starts trying to kill me with it. He's not even close, but you know, A for effort, I guess. Yeah, you can tell this dude is definitely a Banjo-Tooie fan. They're very dynamic, and they do a great job at funneling you to make thoughtful decisions. What do you do when this lady stuns you with her horrible singing? Just trick some other asshole into killing her for you. I love the tons of unique little pseudo-scripted sequences that feel so organic, so well implemented. It's so enjoyable to be genuinely caught off guard, and this game pulled its tiny little tricks on me many times. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to part 34 of my Resident Evil Requiem Let's Play. Today, we're in the gas station as Leon, and we're gonna be looking for some zombies. It's also really satisfying when you can see the bullshit coming. If you've played a Resident Evil game before, you knew this truck was gonna have a bunch of zombies in it. So the zombies are awesome, but killing them is even better. You can just fucking chuck shit at them. They got me feeling like a fucking quarterback. Fuck it, this is NFL Blitz now.
Redman, below it! Bullseye! Touchdown!
Even Grace gets in on some fun shit. Oh, this dude? Yeah, just go ahead and use the zombie exploding syringe on him. That should do the job pretty good. Look at all this nasty ass shit, man. The gore and blood effects in this game are so damn good. This video is probably banned in most countries. Man, the visuals in general are just so impressive. There's so much extra detail everywhere you look. Like, damn, my fat ass was starting to get hungry when I saw the Meatloaf Burger steak sign, but they didn't let me in. It was fucking bullshit. There's so much going on in these opening moments. They really do set the scene for a game game that feels like a scary theme park of fun. Kind of like Goosebumps Horrorland, but not terrible. The two styles of gameplay flowing together in tandem with the level design creates a game that manages to stay interesting. This game is barely 10 hours long, but I feel like there were 100 hours worth of memorable moments. I could picture them right now. I remember when I started getting chased by a big zombie bulldozer. I remember pushing assholes into the big ass meat grinder. I remember being an idiot and getting killed by the big meat grinder. I remember when the game went like, let's fucking go. I remember making my ways through the twisted and disorienting hallways of a collapsed building. What even was this place? Maybe like a big GameStop or something? Just like the zombies, so many of the levels have that personality, that distinct and dynamic feeling to them. You're just constantly throwing cool ideas, fun gameplay, and striking set pieces. Your time never feels wasted. Except for when it does. Requiem's unapologetic dual-genre approach makes for a thrilling and unique Resident Evil, but I'm not sure it makes for the absolute perfect one. Consistency and perfect pacing. That is what makes Resident Evil 4 such a masterpiece. Every section is equally great and memorable, especially if you forget that Ashley even exists. The game knows when to hit you with a crazy moment, and it knows when to slow you down and let you feel free. As thrilling and fun as Requiem is, there are a handful of moments that feel somewhat pointless from a gameplay perspective. Moments that exist just to string the fanfiction plot together or break up the pacing, but feel underwhelming in a vacuum. It's not like they're bad sections, but I feel like a few of them could have been fleshed out to feel a bit more substantial. A big hit when compared to Resident Evil 4 is the sense of player progression. In that game, you spend your whole journey building up an arsenal, upgrading and selling shit. It feels very tangible and impactful. In Resident Evil 9, Leon's given everything he needs very quickly. Yeah, you can upgrade stuff later on, but you're able to get it done so fast that it fails to leave much of a meaningful impact. Grace's crafting system is cool too, but similarly, the upgrades for it are mostly designated to just one level. The progression for both styles of gameplay is there, but I think it could have been paced more evenly and felt more satisfying. But if I'm being honest, who gives a shit? Game is fun as fuck. Resident Evil 9 is an amazing celebration of the franchise. It pays so much homage to the series past, and it provides a unique solution for blending that horror and action together. However, I do think it kinda comes together a bit more like a playlist than an album. Honestly, I would prefer an album. But shit, this is a good ass playlist. I'm talking a little bit of this, maybe throw in some of this. Ooh, you gotta have this. Give me that new shit and that old shit. Back to back hits. Except for this one part, which, it's kind of more like this. But then it's right back to the heaters. An insecure game like Resident Evil 6 has nothing on the confidence and vision of Requiem. Except for the 3-pack of Resident Evil 6 character decals you get when you pre-ordered the game at Walmart. That was pretty cool, to be honest. A copy of Requiem only came with a Quiznos coupon. The fuck? Shit's already expired. This game fucking sucks.